Hello and welcome to this lecture. Today we are going to discuss we can say that this topic is more technical topic, but I try to explain you in a simple manner. The name of the topic is the drug effect, and actually the word is indicating that how a drug is producing its effect. So first of all, the drug effect has been explained in terms of different terminologies like placebo, dose response relationship, potency, and time dependent factors in drug action. So we will discuss one by one in this case. When we talk about drug effect and we're talking about non specific or placebo effects, we need to understand that the drug that come into the market, it will take a lot of time after a lot of research and after the clinical trials. And when we perform the clinical trials, we perform randomized clinical trials. We need to understand that during randomized clinical trial, we divide the patient into two groups. And the group A will be given a drug, whereas the other group will be give a placebo drug. What is meant by a placebo drug? Placebo drug is such a drug that is not actually a drug and it is other than the drug. Like, for example, sweets, lactose. So, when we talk about non specific placebo effect, we are going to evaluate a drug under the clinical trials, under randomized clinical trials, where we divide the patient into two groups. One group is receiving the drug, whereas the other group is receiving the placebo, which is not a drug, but other than the drug like any lactose, any sweets. But the question is that why other group is giving a placebo? The answer is that because human nature is very complex, and sometime what will happen if the patient know about the drug, so he thinks automatically that okay, it will this drug will help me to get me better. Or in an easy example, I can explain you that when you go to the doctor, and if you are ill and you go to see your doctor, sometime you are not actually ill, sometime maybe you are depressed or stressed up, and then what happened, then the doctor sometime does not give any medicine and you get better while in conversation with him. So sometime patient get automatically better without taking any drug. So when we doing a research, especially the clinical trials, we need to see the effect of the drug, the actual effect of the drug, rather than the effect caused by the brain. Because we discussed before as well that the drug is actually a chemical, and there are different chemicals, or in simple words, that neurotransmitters are hormones that are working inside the body and they are producing physiological effect that is actually responsible for your all daily life activities. So if you are happy, sometimes that chemicals or neurotransmitters will be produced inside uh, from your brain to your body, and you automatically get better. So when we are doing the clinical trials, we need to remove that stimulus, and for that the placebo effect will be very active. So during clinical trials, they can give you any sweets if you belong to such group. Like in this case, this picture is showing you he is actually thinking of taking a drug, and his brain is producing lot of chemicals. These are the neurotransmitters, these pictures showing you. And actually it is not a drug, it is a lactose. So the to measure the placebo effect, we do the clinical trials. But then we need to understand another thing, that To make the clinical trials more better, we will do double blind clinical trials. What is meant by double blind? As the name indicate, double blind means two people, means patient and a doctor both don't know that what is placebo, which drug is placebo, which one is the drug, and we conduct these clinical trials to minimize the placebo effect. So these are all terminologies will be used in actually scientific settings. And I know in my class there are students from accounting and finance and they are not familiar with that terms. So I'm just going to explain you in simplest words. So this is the non-specific or placebo effect. When we talk about specific effect, actually we're talking about the effect of the drug, and that depend upon the chemical nature. As I already discussed that if you take paracetamol, which is actually acetaminophen, or you take ibuprofen, or you take any drug, it is a chemical, and then that chemical actually when drug go inside the body, it produces the effect. Like this picture is showing you that, for example, we're talking about when you eating the food, again sometime you eat like KFC or McDonald's or other burgers, and then when you're eating the food you feel happy. Why? Because you eating your favorite food. And how you become happy? Because I already discussed that dopamine is very important. So uh, this makes you feel happy. But what happen when you take cocaine? So in this case dopamine will produce, but there is a sudden surge, or we can say sudden increase of dopamine. And that's how, although you take drugs like opioids, cocaine, you feel very happy because it's a sudden surge. And but it works because of these neurotransmitters like dopamine. Same like the drug, when you take a drug outside, it goes into the body and it produces the effect in terms of the increase of the neurotransmitters or the production of proteins or hormones. We will not discuss in detail, but that's how the drug will produce an action. So next point is the dose response relationship. I'm explaining in simple words because I know that students not from medical background. You have to understand in terms of the simplest example like dose of alcohol. And we know that people that are drinking alcohol, their reaction time gets slowed, we know. But if the dose of alcohol become high, like I discussed last time, drinking 7 glasses is in a week is actually, it leads to the alcohol symptoms. There is a limit of drinking alcohol, but some people, if they drink in high dose, so what happen, the response will be different. Initially with low alcohol dose, the reaction is only that patient feels blurred vision, and their reaction time becomes slow. But with the high dose it can lead to ataxia, or in severe high dose it can lead to coma. So you have to understand that the dose is very important when we're talking about the response. So the increase of dose is may leads to the different in response. High dose will produce more response, and the low dose is producing low response. So that's actually the relationship between dose and response. Then we have the next terminology is the potency, and potency refer to the amount of drug that must give to a particular response. The smallest amount of drug uh, is need to get a particular effect. So it means the more amount, the response will be more. So the potency means the quantity, that how much you taking a drug. And sometime it's we cannot generalize that if you take any drug with high dose it produce a good response. It vary from chemical to chemical and drug and drug. And some drugs even at low potency can produce a huge effect. Some drugs need lot of dose to produce the effect, so we cannot generalize this statement. A simple example I am giving you. You are not medical student, but just digest this knowledge. There is one drug used for the heart disease which is known as digoxin, and that digoxin is actually, if we give this drug in micrograms, it will produce its therapeutic efficacy. So, but if you give this digoxin in high dose, it leads to the toxic effects. So you have to understand that the potency of the drug is very important. We cannot generalize the statement. Sometimes a low dose is sufficient to produce the toxic effects. Sometimes, and some drugs need more dose to produce the therapeutic efficacy. So this is very important. The potency is very important. Uh, but again, this is quite specific topic. We are not going to discuss in detail because we are not familiar with the medical terminologies. So just digest this topic. Then the time dependent factor is also important. Not only the dose we're discussing before, and the quantity is important, but the time is also important. uh, like how much time you drink alcohol. If for example you drinking alcohol for longer duration, the response will be different. Then it is very important that how a drug is administered. We discussed last before that if you take drug orally, the effect will be different. If you take drug through intravenous, the effect will be different. For oral, the drug have to be go to your stomach, and then it reach to your intestine, and then it absorb into your blood. Then when we talk about intravenous, it directly go to your blood. So there is a difference between the drug that has been taken orally compared to the drug that has been taken intravenously. So these all factors that how drug administered is linked to the time. So when we give the drug through intravenous, the efficacy or the effectiveness of the drug take less time. And when you take drug through orally, it take lot of time to get absorbed into the body, and then it produce a pharmacological effect. So time dependent factors are also very important to understand how drug produce the effect. And if you see that people that are addicted to drugs, at certain time they feeling the withdrawal syndromes, and then they have a desire to take more drugs. So that's explain the mechanism that how time is very important. And patient with addiction properties, we need to monitor them constantly, because when they feeling addiction and you are not giving them the drug, so what will happen, they can even hurt themselves. So that is very dangerous, and that is very important in that scenario. So you have to understand this factor. This picture is showing you the drug, getting the drug into the brain. Yeah, this is just a funny picture. Hey, we want to come in. Okay, okay, but they cannot be going. Why? Because again, the drug is a chemical. Like these all around. Going to draw. These all are chemicals, and chemical, they have some chemical nature. So chemical nature is what it could be, uh, lipid, or could be non-lipid. And I know that they might be you are not familiar with lipid. What is lipid? But you have to understand in simple thing that these are the chemicals. They have some chemical nature. They have to go inside to the body, so they have to absorb inside to the body. If they cannot absorb, or if they cannot enter inside, they cannot produce effect. So the chemical nature, whether they are lipid in nature or non-lipid, or the second thing is the size of these molecule. What is meant by size? Maybe some drug are small size, some drug are big in size. So the small size or the big in size is very important to understand. This is very important. So I'm not going to go for detail, but these are more technical topics, and if you need to understand more in detail, you can ask me through email. So this is how drug produce the effect. So thank you so much for today's lecture. Hope to see you again in our upcoming lectures.